Welcome to Miss JoJo space, where the word brings healing and grace. Open your heart, come take a seat. Yeah. There's peace in every word you read. Yeah. Through every verse, through every line, God's love is speaking every time. Strength for your soul, life for your way. A little more hope with each new day.
I'm back. I'm back, you all. I am back with another video. This is another beautiful, wonderful day that the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. Because y'all know what? He didn't have to wake us up this morning, but he did. And I am so grateful allowing your girl another chance to get it right. Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I pray that you all are having a wonderful day today. This is Monday evening. It is after, let's see, it is 1:54. So, happy Monday to everybody. I don't know when you'll see this video because I'm going to put it on there sometime, hopefully today. But what I want to come a little bit this evening talking about our children, talking about our loved ones, talking about disobedient children, parents raising their kids up in the Lord. So we're going to get right into it because you know what? We got too many kids are disappearing. Too many kids are killing up one another. We got just too many children that's going their own way where they haven't been taught well, or either they've been taught well and they ain't listening to the parent. But the time to discipline your children when they first come out of the womb, or either when they're in the womb, we can pray while children in the womb, we can sing to them. We can read the Bible, the Word. That's the time to start now while they are in the womb. Proverbs 26:6 says, train up a child in the way they should go. And y'all know how they should go. They should go loving one another. They should be trained up in the Lord. They should trained to be respectable individuals. They should be trained to say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. That will go far in life. That's what my daddy used to tell us all the time, that being respectful will go and get you a long way in life. So when they train them up the way they should go, and when they get old, he will not depart from it. They will not depart from it. My dad, when my dad, when he was coming up, when we was coming up, and little kids, our dad wouldn't let us play with anybody's children. We couldn't even go outside when they wasn't at home. My dad had to know their parents, their mom and their dad, what they do, what church they attend, and if they didn't attend church and they were clubbing, we could not play with their children. Sounded weird when we was a child. We were sort of apart from other kids. We didn't like it because we wanted to play. We little children want to play with other folks' kids, but my daddy wasn't having it. He wasn't having it. He said it was enough for us to play with each other, to be each other's friends. It took the village, and if the neighbor, the older people caught us outside, they told our daddy, our parents when we got home, them children was outside. We got a whooping. But when they was there, we know not to part out of their yard, not to go to their street, not to go to nobody else's house. And we taught all that. And my dad used to teach us with the Bible, and he read the Bible to us. You got to train them up while they're young. Because Ephesians 6:1 said, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for it is right. That is the right thing to do. Honor thy father and thy mother, which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with thee, and thou may live longer on this earth. We couldn't get away with nothing. Everything Dad didn't catch, Mom caught. If you didn't get a whooping from Dad, because us girls, our dad didn't too much whoop the girls. Our mom did. But when my mom got through with it, you rather got a whooping from your daddy, because he going to give you about 2 licks and that's it. Mom going to give you about 50 of them. And rest, and then come back and whoop you again. You all, when I was so young, I got so many whoopings that I almost didn't know my name. When my mom called my sister's name, I answered, because I got them many whoopings. I was all, if anything was done, I was whooped so much, I was taking my sister's whooping. She said she thought it was something wrong with me. I got so many whooping that it got where it didn't even bother me anymore. Every time you look around, it come mama with that switch or that belt. So, hey, I don't even, half the time I ain't know what I was getting a whooping for. But you know, I had this mouth. I always had to have something to say. Mom said this, I said something else. Oh, okay, here come a whooping. So just wait. But do you know that I am glad God that made me what I am today? They didn't play that back then. They didn't play that. When I brought my kids up, I didn't play that. My mom used to whoop us so long, she said, I do this because I won't have to whoop you anymore. Hopefully this first whooping will get it. So we don't stop disciplining children. They so precious now. You don't want the children not hitting the parents back and the parent laugh, thinking it's funny. No. When they bring my little great grandkids over here, all that hollering and all that this and that, oh, you gonna get a whooping. So if you don't want them to get whooping and discipline, you better leave them at home. Too many kids now is not disciplined. Parent is not whooping kids anymore. And so they're growing up talking back to the parents. Growing up whooping the parents. Growing up disobedient, cussing the parents out. So down the road, destruction gonna come. But then when something happened, first thing you say, my children, they was the best child in the world. They were so obedient. They did this to the neighbor. They were toting groceries. Now you gotta lie for them. When they could just tell the truth. They were disobedient. They did a darn thing I said do. If I hit them, they hit me back. And I know this day was coming. Oh, hallelujah. Say, this is what the instruction for the parents is. Proverbs 13:24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loves him chastise him betime at all times. It said, love a child, meaning providing carefully discipline rather than ignoring bad behavior. So many people come in Walmart with the children be hollering, falling all out, and this and they telling them, come on here, this and that. They fall, oh, I ain't gonna. I just look at them. Oh my. If they 3, 4, and 5 years old doing that, what you think they're going to be doing when they get 10, 11, 12? Ain't going to do nothing you say. You spare the rod, you're going to ruin the child. Wherever they act up at, that's where their belt need to be at. Or switch or whatever you whooping them with. It didn't kill me. Like I told you, I got plenty of whooping. Plenty of them. Got so many of them, I got used to them. If I said something the wrong way, here that belt come. Okay. Here you go. Yeah, my other sibling got whooping too. I had one sister that would run from a whooping, but like she ain't never got a whooping. My mom would wait till you get in that bed, go to sleep, and then you wake up, you switches and belts, plap, plap all over you. Mom didn't play that. I didn't play that. So when you discipline them, they gonna discipline their children. They gonna come on down. It gonna fall on down. Because God hold us accountable for our children that He have blessed us with. Hold us accountable for it. Okay, Proverbs 19 and 18. Chastise thy son while there is hope. You got to chastise them while they got hope, whether it's down here or when they the little bitty baby. You got to chastise them where there's hope. And let not thy soul spare for his crying. Okay, he crying, or she crying. Then, oh, you got to rock and you got to spoil it. What's wrong with the baby? If they ain't sick and they ain't wet, then you got to chastise them. Look, you shut your mouth up and sit down there. Lay him down there in a comfortable way. Make sure he fed good, and make sure he dry, or make sure she dry. And then, I mean, what other thing they gonna go to sleep? You got to bring them up and let them know you ain't gonna, every time you holler, you ain't gonna be picked up. But when they get a certain age, when they get over a year, it's time for spanking. It's time for spanking. Let them know this, we ain't gonna have this. You can't do this. This ain't going on. And then that means correcting a child often it's hope and preventing a destruction path. You ain't brought them up with discipline. You tell them not to go nowhere, they gonna go anyway. Ain't no need of somebody to say they gonna go anyway. Mine go, and I told them not to go, but they gonna get wore down when I come back. They go and you looking for your child, the whole neighborhood looking for Johnny or Jane. Nowhere to be found. Then when the evening and night come, you don't worry about it. Here they come. At 14, 13, 12. No discipline. They doing whatever they want to do. You don't give them no money, they're going to go in your purse and get it anyway. You send them to the store for a loaf of bread, and you give them $20. And then they come back, you ain't got no change. They just got the loaf of bread. And you go, what my change is? Ain't want no change. I know things is high now, but no change. And you let that ride. Then you still sit in the store and they come back doing the same thing over and over again. You allow it. Then we wonder what's wrong with our kids. And Proverbs 29 and 15 say the rod and reproof gives wisdom. Giving wisdom, don't have to do that no more. Oh, well, I ain't gonna do that no more. I'm gonna get a whooping. There are consequences to what I do. But a child left to himself brings his mother to shame. Child, when you do something and the mama don't correct them, they just leave them by there. They just let them do whatever they want. Leave them alone. Let them do whatever they want to do. Stop that. You just let them keep on doing it. It's going to bring your mama to shame. Daddy, whoever you at. It's a mean leaving a child without rules or correction brings shame to the family. That's what it means. No rule, no correction. You take them to the store, gonna shame everybody. Everybody looking. Ain't no need to stop it. Don't do that. And they're gonna keep on doing it because you ain't no discipline in the house. Not none whatsoever. Now, that's why it is good for a child to come up in the house with a mom and a dad. Mom have it so hard when she raising children by themselves. The dad done walked off and left them, and without even trying to discipline them, come back and get them, tell them what's right and wrong. Dad will have to get a little better, because dad can look at a child and they're going to stop what they doing in their tracks. They going to obey that man. But that mom, Dad can say, look, you got to obey your mom. You got to make sure you doing what your mom say do, or I'm going to wear that tail out. You running for your mom to whoop you, then you're dead. Woo! Our dad just wasn't playing it. I mean, our dad didn't do that. But when my mom left my dad, or however it went, my mom had to carry that role. And she carried it well, you all, till our tails up. I know I'm the number one. Got my tail tore. I couldn't even sneeze. Oh, what you done did? I ain't did nothing, Mama. Got that belt. Got that switch. So I know how it is. And it didn't kill me. I'm still here. And they wonder why. I said, well, you so polite. I had no other choice. My parents wasn't playing it. So parents, raise your children right. Don't think the little thing that they doing is so cute. You put them all on social media, doing the jerk little girls and things, little old bitty kids with, stuff, little old short pants on them. But they didn't play that in our days. We didn't come outside with these hoochie cuddles on and all that. When we had on short pants, it's going to our knees. Believe that. And if it were just a little bit above the knees, all that way up their hips and thighs and all that out, they didn't play that. We had a dress. That dress went down below our knees. Not up there with real short. They didn't play all that. But now they got the little children, poor little girls. They got the dresses and got all them little hoochie cuddles on, and they wiggling and dancing and making videos. And the parents actually think it's funny because they can get likes and get views and all that. People would do anything for money now. Why explore your child like that? That's not cute and it's not funny. Because you do have perverts or people, men that preying on children, even women now, that preying on young kids. And then when they come up missing, then you don't know nothing your child did was wrong. You don't know nothing. You can't figure out nothing. I don't know who got my child. They were so precious and they were so... You putting them out there. Social media is just messing up our children. They get a phone when they little bitty babies. They holding a phone and clicking all through this. Social media is for the young. Believe me, babies know more about the cell phone than we know. Clicking it all that you take it from they holler. My little great-grandchildren, we went out to eat, celebrate my grandson graduation out of high school, and babies they over there with one of my grandchild over there with the phone, barely can see, looking down in the phone, take the phone, they had to get the phone back, then drop the phone and all that. I'm just over there looking at the phone there. I'm like, give him the phone. Give him the phone. Whoop his tail. I'm on down the table. I'm looking down there. I mean, he need a whooping. Take him outside and whoop him. We in the restaurant. Come on. They ain't going to bring him over here and not with that foolish stuff. Because they're going to be brought up right. Teaching them the Lord's Prayer. Teaching them about the Word. Teaching them about love. Your children don't love one another because you ain't taught them how to love. Then, like I said, no child is brought up racism. I don't like their skin color, and they ain't brought up, they ain't come in the world like that. They was raised that way. What you don't like, they don't like. Other than that, you got to bring them up loving one another. Because you know what? God gonna hold us accountable for that. It's gonna be a judgment day. We all gonna have to leave here. This is not our home. When we leave here, it's two books. The book that tells you everything you done did wrong when you stand before the Lord. Can't lie. He already know. You have to give an account for raising them up that way. And then your name got to be wrote in the book of life. Why? Because you're responsible. When you're a parent, mother or father, when you have that child, you're responsible for that child till that child get a certain age. Now, when they get a certain age, they get grown. They own their own. But y'all, let me tell you something. My kids is grown. My daughter is 45. Be 46 this year. My oldest son is 47. He'll be 48 this year. My baby that passed, he was like 4 years younger than he passed. He was 18 years old and 9 months. I already told y'all that story. But I still tell them what's right. I still tell them about the word. I still tell them how to treat people. I still tell them this and that. Now, you know that was wrong. I don't have to tell them that much because they was brought up right. And they tell me, yeah, you got a good child. You got a good this and that. None of it's all good. But respect for people, know how to treat people, not trying to hurt people, all that. And I said, well, praise the Lord. And I was a single parent. Now imagine if they had a mom and a dad raising them. We got to do better by these children. Got to do better by them. And then when something happened to them, they was the best. When you know you should have did your best. So if the Lord come and get your child and you still here, you can say, well, I raised him up the way the Lord will have him to go or have her to go. So I got no regrets. Because we're all going to leave here regardless. Man, who would have thought you would all outlive the children? But hey, when we come here, we got a definite time to leave here. Regardless. We don't know when, we don't know how, and we don't know nothing. We just know we gotta go. Someday we gotta go. And someday, some people got a longer life, some got short. When your work down here is done, all you want the Lord to say is well done when you gone on to be with the Lord. So parents, do what you're supposed to do. And then when they go wrong, it's not on you. But if you bring them up in the other kind parents, shame on you. Train the children while they're young. So when they go up, they may not go wrong. They may scrape, but they're going to come back. I just turn the TV on and see all the missing children. The children done got killed and don't nobody know what happened. And then they got to try to see what's happened to the child. Like on the news way, okay? Mom, child left there with 4 other people, 3 other people, and they came back, but the child didn't come back, and they came back, then they found him, he had drowned, or he drowned. I don't know the part of the story, but I do know it is a shame. But we got to train these kids up. Sometimes we got to say, no, you can't go. My kids get grown. My son was 18. I'm like, can I go to, I can go to Florida? I told him, no, sir. Get you a job here, go to work, and no. Sometimes you got to say no. But we all got appointed time to leave here. Can't keep them here when the Lord come and get them. But in that thing, when you do wrong, It'll come back to you. Sooner or later, the mother will find out what happened to a child. Because believe me, what's in the dark shall come to the light. We ain't got to worry about all this and accusing this person and that person and this and that. You can't worry about that. The good Lord will take care of all that. But your job is to train the kids while they're young. So when they grow up and you say no, you mean no. They know that they cannot do it. It's okay to say no. No, you ain't going. No, don't do that. No, I ain't got this. No, you cannot do this. No, no, no. It's okay to say no. Stick the mouth out. You got heat in your mouth. Your mom said no. No, you ain't going to go over there. No, you ain't going outside to play. No. You're going nowhere. I ain't here. And if your mama couldn't raise you, she was in the house and she couldn't watch you and stuff, you didn't go outside until she was able to sit there and watch you. Or she in the door, or she sitting outside with you, or the neighbor to watch you while your mom was gone. No more of that. Can't watch people's kids no more, because your kids will cuss you out. That's what you looking at. Tell my mama what you want to tell you, my mama. I don't care, because you go tell the mama, mama just waits. It's the kids now. So, I just had to say this because I turn the TV on, it's just so many missing kids. 14 and 12-year-old leaving the house. Grown men, they leave the house with grown men. Come on. I have to do better. Watch these kids. Tell these kids no. You're supposed to have a discerning spirit to know when to let your child go and when not to let your child go somewhere. If you get in the Lord and you stay in the Lord will give you a discerning spirit about who the kids are around. Like I said, my dad didn't let us be around no children. Not even our kinfolks. Kinfolks stay around the corner. They used to come out, Bishop, Reverend Bishop, can what's called come on and play me? No. We got mad. We can't never go nowhere. But look at us now. You don't know what them kids were doing. If you was with them kids, may do the same thing. I'm just talking about this because it's just so many disobedient child. And then when the Lord come and get them, or when they die, we talk about how good. We don't tell them about how bad they were. I had a good child. Really good child. No kid's always good, but a good child. But he wasn't all good. Did some bad things. He got some whoopings. So, he had to not been all good, because he got some whoopings. Just like all my other kids did. You can tell them about the good thing, but then also tell them about the bad. You tell them to do one thing, they do something else. You got your tail to it. Don't do that no more. Sometimes you have to whoop them 4 or 5 different times in order for them to get it. But if that's what it had to take, that's what you had to do. They go to school. Know they're interrupting in school and they doing this and that in school and stuff. Teacher called the parent. Parent, oh, that's my child. You know that's your bad child. Yes, you do. Don't want to obey the teacher, fighting the teachers and all of them. First thing teacher tell them, I got mine. You got to get yours. So you the one need to learn. Why would a child hit a teacher if they under good correction and good discipline? Teacher just ain't gonna come up and hit a child. Some of them might will, depending on who the teacher is. You let anybody teach nowadays. But I said this, they took prayer out of school. That's the first thing they messed up. Took prayer out of public. Praying. We used to go to school all the time. First thing they ever said, I pledge allegiance to the flag. I don't even know whether it's the right or the left. I pledge allegiance to the flag. However, we did that. But then they prayed over the intercom for you to have a good day. They ain't took our pledge allegiance to the flag. They ain't took that out. But prayer, that's gone. Because you pledged into a flag. So where there's no discipline and correction in school, teacher can't put your children because, they're going to call the police or the children going to fight. No discipline. So how? Tell me how. If the children going to grow up right when there's no discipline. When there's no discipline, there's no love. Because if you love, you're going to chastise. You're going to be some discipline. You're going to ruin them if you don't. So the devil just is scheming, conniving, and he trying to take our kids out while they're young. Where they won't grow up to know the Lord, know right from wrong. So I don't say it enough. I just didn't want to come on here long, but I just see these little children and stuff. Parents, teach your children to obey. Teach your children how to have respect for one another. Teach your children about love. They get in a situation with the police, tell them, look, don't be fighting or nothing like that. Just go on. And then call me. I'll be there. Then we'll see what's going wrong. But if you're going out there fighting with them or struggling, all that, yeah, they're going to end up fighting you and mazing you and doing all this and that too. So they got on cam. Most of them got on cam. Where you just put your hand behind your back or whatever they do. Apply to the law. Do what's right. Then we can figure out what's going on. Because I don't want my child to end up, abused or dead in the police hands. I don't know what went on and stuff. Obey the law. If it's giving your driver's license, give them to them. Give them your registration, give it to them. Because you shouldn't be driving that driver's license, no way. And you definitely should have a registration to the vehicle. Say, get out the car, get out the car. Obedient. Then you did everything right. God will always cover. Truth gonna come out. I don't care how you look at it. Yeah, you got crooked cops. Yeah, you do. But you also got some good cops. You got crooked people. I don't care where you go. Yeah, you got some disruptive people in the church. But you also got some good, nice, caring people that love is in the church. That no matter where you go. Yeah, you got some good people on your job. Then you actually got some corrupt people on your job. They're almost everywhere you go. Yes, you got some good friends. But then, yeah, you also got some corrupt friends. You got some friends that, stab you in the back. You do. I mean, look at Jesus. Before Jesus had to go to the cross for our sin, Peter told him, Lord, I would die for you. He would die for him. Jesus said, he looked over there, die for me. He said, Peter, before the rooster, the crow, 3 times, you're going to be denied you didn't even know me. He knows us. Judas. He knew Judas was going to betray him. He knew him when his time would come. He knew that who loved money and who would backstab, and they walked with him. He knew that. So, who are we? We will have people in our circle that don't mean you any good, that you think love you. That's why you have to bring these kids up to know that you can trust friends to a certain extent, but it is hard to get a really good friend. You got to bring your kids up in the Lord. Right way, having discerned spirit. Know who to be around, who not to be around. You got to teach them that. And if they don't take it in, it is not your fault. You're supposed to know where your children at all times. I tell my little granddaughter, look, we got that little car thing, that little three thing where we can tell, 360 that we can tell where you at and where you driving at and all that. Sometimes she'll turn her off and I tell her, look, ain't nobody in your business. We ain't in your business. We just want to know where you at in case something happened to you. We'll know what they was over here, and then she went over there, and that she was over there. We ain't in your business trying to see who you with, but we do need to know who you with and where you going. So we'll know they parents, know what their name is, and because if something happened, we'll know all that. But children now, they don't want to tell you nothing. They just secret. And then when it comes down, something happened to them. What you gonna tell the police? I don't know. I don't know where they were. Well, you know who they were with? I don't know. You know what time I don't know. And that's a sad thing to do. You don't know. People ain't got to be in your business, but at the time and the age like this, you need to know who your children with, who their parents is. Where their parents work at, what church they go to. Even if they don't go to church, you need to know who they are. You need to been by the house. Your child over there been by the house. People come to your house. You need to know who they is, who their parent is. When I tell them, don't bring no anybody in my house. I ain't never been like, don't bring no anybody in my house. I don't know them. I don't know what they do, what they don't do. But then if I see this your friend, I need to know who their parents is, what they doing, where their sister is, or everything about them. So I would know. We got to get back to that, where we would know. You got people at your house, you don't know nothing. You back in the room, you don't know nothing at all. They entertain in the living room, and you ain't coming out. You ain't going to be, hey, how you doing? I'm going to come in there and sit down with them. Hey, how you doing? I'm going to come down there and sit down. Hey, what's your name? Mm-hmm. Where you work at? Where you stay at? Who your mom and dad is? I might know your parents. If you in my house, or if you around my house, I need to know. I'm going to come in there and sit down with you until I'm satisfied. Okay, well, now I can go. Make sure I know who that is. Bring a girl in. I want to know who your mom is, who your dad is, where they work at. What they do. What the street? What the street number, so I can know who you is. Okay, you all. I ain't mean to say all that. It's just that it's just critical for our children. It's just critical for our kids. We got to train them up in the Lord. Train them up with love. Got this generation here now, you all, you're like it. Killing up one another. Killing up. No love. Little children even. Got to do better. So I pray that you all will have a wonderful day today. I know it's been a while since I been on here, and I can't really tell you when I'm gonna do another video, but I'm gonna try to do a little better. Because I do miss it. Like I said, your girl been working so hard, but it's I'm going on vacation in the next probably 2 weeks, and I'm gonna have some days off. So that give me a chance to do some videos. I might do some videos and not put them on right now. Do 2 of them a day and spread them out. But I gotta do better. I miss you all. Pray that you all miss me. But I kind of stay in touch with some of you. I watch some of the ones that I just really close to. I go on there and watch everybody that pop up on my timeline that I got them saved when they do a video. I go in there and like I said, most of the time I watch out is when I'm in the bed. I turn the TV on and I just watch YouTube, watch my friends, watch what they do. Then I'll go to sleep. Start when next morning come. I go to work and I come back and I get in the bed. I watch YouTube. So then I have to read. I have to get my studying in. Sometimes I do it in the morning, and sometimes I do it at night, and sometimes I study till I go to sleep. But that's the only reason why y'all haven't seen me. I got so much. I can say busy. Time just now ain't like it used to. Time just fly. Time ain't waiting on nobody. So if you got to do anything, you got to get up and go and do it. Because if you don't, time is gone. Time is gone. It ain't stopping. It ain't waiting. So do what you do. And go ahead on and do it before time run out. Because the next day will be here before you know it. So I love you all. Over here, we are learning the word together. I don't know everything. You may not know everything. But together, we can get it done. There's a togetherness thing. So I pray that you all watch your kids, your precious kids, train them up in the way the Lord will have them to go. Pray much for our children. Pray much for the ones that going back to school. I think they went back to school today. Y'all pray much for our kids. Pray much for the teachers. Just pray when your children leave out that house that God will have them covered, because you never know what's going on now. You got to, if any other time you really need the Lord, we sure do need Him now. Prayer is the key to the kingdom. Prayer can change things. So with that being said, I pray that you all have a blessed and wonderful day. And I will try to do better. But know that Jesus loves you so much. And so do I. And with that being said, I will see you all on the next video. And I am out of here.